Hi everyone. Today, we're going to discuss something that might seem incredibly ordinary, something you likely do every single day without a second thought, taking a shower. But for our viewers over the age of 70, the timing of this simple act can actually have a significant impact on your health and well-being. We're going to delve into 5 specific times when showering can be more dangerous than you might imagine, potentially increasing the risk of dizziness, falls, and even more serious events like stroke or heart issues. These insights come from years of medical research and the experiences shared by geriatric specialists who understand the subtle ways our bodies change as we age. If you've ever felt unsteady after a shower or wondered why you sometimes feel off afterward, this video could provide some crucial answers. So, stick with us until the end, because the final point we'll discuss is often overlooked but could be a game changer for starting or ending your day safely. Let's get started with our first point: showering too soon after waking up. Think about it. When you first open your eyes, your body is just beginning to transition from sleep to wakefulness. Your blood pressure is still regulating, your heart rate is gradually increasing, and your circulation is still catching up after a period of rest. For seniors, this shift isn't always instantaneous. Stepping directly into a shower, especially within the first 15 to 30 minutes of waking, can be a shock to your system. Your blood vessels might still be somewhat constricted, your core body temperature is likely at its lowest, and simply moving from a lying to a standing position already requires your body to work a bit harder to maintain balance. Now, add the heat and steam of a shower, along with standing upright, and you've created a perfect scenario for feeling dizzy, lightheaded, or even experiencing a sudden drop in blood pressure. Consider the story of Eleanor, who at 78, had a routine of waking up and immediately heading to the shower before even having a cup of tea. One morning, her husband found her disoriented on the bathroom floor. Thankfully, she wasn't seriously injured, but her doctor explained that her body simply wasn't ready for the sudden demands of standing in a hot shower so soon after waking. The doctor recommended waiting at least half an hour, having some fluids, and moving around a bit before showering. Since making that change, Eleanor hasn't had any similar episodes. It's not about being fearful, it's about understanding your body's natural rhythms. Give your circulatory system a little time to adjust to the day. This simple pause can significantly reduce the strain on your heart, brain, and balance. If your morning routine involves an immediate trip to the shower, consider hitting the pause button. Let your body gently awaken. It could be one of the most beneficial adjustments you make. Our second point focuses on taking very hot showers right before going to bed. There's no denying the comforting feeling of a warm shower at the end of the day. It can soothe tired muscles, wash away the day's stresses, and seem like the perfect way to prepare for a restful night's sleep. However, if that water is excessively hot, particularly for those over 70, it might be counteracting those benefits. Hot water causes your core body temperature to rise. It also leads to the widening of your blood vessels, signaling your heart to pump a bit harder. While younger individuals usually handle this without issue, older adults often have cardiovascular systems that are less adaptable to these sudden changes. The hidden problem here is that when your body becomes too warm close to bedtime, it has to work harder to cool down. This cooling process is vital not only for falling asleep easily but also for maintaining stable blood pressure and heart rate throughout the night. In seniors, this extra stress on the system, combined with age-related changes in heart function, can subtly increase the risk of nighttime cardiac events or even sleep-related circulatory issues. Let's think about Arthur, age 76, who used to enjoy long, steamy showers right before bed to ease his joint pain. However, he frequently found himself waking up in the middle of the night feeling restless and sometimes even a bit confused in the morning. After a conversation with his healthcare provider, he decided to lower the water temperature to just warm and shifted his shower to after his evening meal instead. The results were noticeable. His sleep improved, his blood pressure readings became more consistent, and those unsettling nighttime awakenings became less frequent. If you cherish your evening shower, you don't need to eliminate it entirely. Simply consider reducing the water temperature and allowing yourself at least an hour after showering to cool down before getting into bed. If you experience night sweats, palpitations, or morning grogginess, this adjustment might be exactly what your body needs. Moving on to our third crucial point, showering immediately after eating. After you've enjoyed a meal, your body's priorities shift internally. Blood flow is redirected towards your stomach and digestive organs to facilitate the breakdown of food, nutrient absorption, and blood sugar regulation. For younger individuals, this redistribution of blood typically happens seamlessly. However, as we age, our body's ability to effectively manage circulation when multiple demands are present can become less efficient. This is why showering shortly after eating can pose a risk for older adults. Especially if the water is hot or you're standing for an extended period, you might inadvertently be drawing blood away from the digestive process and simultaneously challenging your cardiovascular system. This can lead to feelings of dizziness, lightheadedness, a sudden drop in blood pressure, or, in more serious instances, fainting spells and symptoms resembling a minor stroke due to reduced blood flow to the brain. I recall speaking with Margaret, who at 79, had a habit of eating her lunch and then immediately taking a shower to freshen up for the afternoon. She started noticing occasional bouts of unsteadiness in the shower, attributing it to just getting older. It wasn't until she mentioned it to her doctor that she understood the connection. Her body was directing blood to her digestive system, but the heat and upright posture of showering were diverting that blood elsewhere, temporarily impacting blood flow to her brain. Her doctor advised her to wait at least 45 minutes after eating before showering. Since then, Margaret has noticed a significant improvement and no longer experiences those dizzy spells. If you've ever felt weak, overheated, or off balance while showering after a meal, pay attention to what your body is telling you. Allow your digestive system the necessary time to do its job before stepping into the shower when your circulation isn't already working overtime. It's a simple change that could prevent a potentially dangerous fall or a more serious health event. Our fourth point highlights a less obvious danger: showering during the peak midday heat, especially in homes with poor ventilation. Many seniors, particularly those in warmer climates or older homes without adequate airflow, might overlook this risk. Showering during the hottest part of the day, typically from noon to mid-afternoon, when indoor temperatures have already risen, can be problematic. Your body temperature naturally tends to be higher during this time. Now, imagine entering a warm shower in a bathroom with limited ventilation or no exhaust fan. You're immediately surrounded by steam, your blood vessels are expanding further, and your body's ability to cool down efficiently is compromised. This is especially true if you have a reduced sweat response, which is a common physiological change with aging. The primary concern here is thermoregulation. Seniors are more susceptible to heat-related illnesses, and when the body overheats, it redirects blood flow to the skin and extremities in an attempt to cool down, often at the expense of vital organs like the brain. This can manifest as nausea, confusion, a significant drop in blood pressure, or, in severe cases, fainting or cardiac events. Consider the experience of Frank, age 82, who lived in an older home without central air conditioning. He often showered after his midday meal on hot summer days, thinking it would help him feel cooler. However, he consistently felt more exhausted and sometimes even lightheaded afterward. His daughter installed a thermometer in his bathroom and was surprised to see that the room temperature was already in the high 80s before the shower even started. Frank adjusted his shower time to late morning when it was cooler and made sure to run a fan with the bathroom door slightly ajar. He now finishes his showers feeling refreshed rather than drained and dizzy. If you tend to shower in the middle of the afternoon, take a moment to assess your bathroom's ventilation. Use fans, Open a window if possible, and opt for lukewarm rather than very warm water during these hotter periods. Your body might not always give you clear warning signs until it's already under significant strain. Finally, our fifth and often surprising point, taking cold showers first thing in the morning and the risk of vascular shock. For some, a cold shower is seen as a revitalizing way to wake up the body and sharpen the mind. However, for seniors, particularly those with existing heart or blood pressure issues, that sudden cold shock can be more than just uncomfortable, it can be dangerous. When cold water hits your skin, especially early in the morning when your body is still adjusting to being awake, it triggers an immediate constriction of your blood vessels. This is a natural bodily response to conserve core heat. But in older adults, this rapid vasoconstriction can lead to a sharp and sudden spike in blood pressure and put undue strain on the heart. Even more concerning, it can temporarily reduce blood flow to your extremities and, critically, may limit the supply of oxygen-rich blood to the brain for a few crucial moments. This can result in lightheadedness, fainting, or, for individuals with pre-existing narrowed arteries, potentially trigger a cardiac event or a mini-stroke. Think about Robert, age 74, who had read about the supposed health benefits of cold showers and decided to incorporate them into his morning routine. While he had no issues with this in his younger years, he now found himself feeling breathless and slightly dizzy after just a few seconds under the cold water. He dismissed it until one morning he experienced a fall in the shower. Paramedics later explained that it was likely due to a rapid increase in his blood pressure from the cold water exposure, combined with age-related changes in his circulation. Thankfully, Robert recovered fully but now opts for a warm rinse instead. If you're over 70, there's no need to push your limits with icy cold water. If you enjoy cooler temperatures, it's best to transition gradually. Start with lukewarm water and slightly lower the temperature over time, or save any cooler rinses for later in the day when your body is fully awake and warm. Your circulatory system has served you well for many years. There's no need to shock it awake with a blast of cold water first thing in the morning. A gentler start to the day is often the safest and most sensible approach. So, as we age, it's not just what we do, but often when we do it that silently influences our health. Something as routine as taking a shower at the wrong time can carry risks that most people never consider. We've discussed 5 specific times when showering might put unnecessary strain on your heart, brain, or balance. And as you've seen, these aren't about hygiene, they're about understanding how your body responds at different times of the day. Take a moment to reflect on your own routine. Do you typically shower right after waking up? Immediately after a meal? Late at night with very hot water? During the hottest part of a summer day in a stuffy bathroom? The good news is that making small adjustments can have a significant positive impact. Waiting a little while after waking, allowing time for digestion after eating, keeping your shower water warm rather than scalding hot, avoiding cold shocks in the morning, and ensuring your bathroom is well ventilated, these are simple yet powerful ways to protect your health. These aren't just suggestions, they are small acts of self-care, a way of saying to your body, I'm listening, I care, and I want to keep you safe. Because after the age of 70, every health-conscious decision you make contributes to your overall well-being and longevity. Even seemingly minor routines like when you bathe can either support your health or quietly work against it. Thank you for joining us today. We encourage you to think about what you've learned and consider making any necessary adjustments to your showering routine. We'd love to hear from you. Please leave a comment below and share one key takeaway from this video and how you plan to incorporate it into your daily life. Your insights are valuable and help us create more content that matters to you. If you found this video informative, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel for more valuable tips on senior health and well-being, and share it with anyone who might benefit from this information. Your support helps us continue to create helpful content. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in our next video.